Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Two Opinionated. I'm so excited today. I've got actor Miguel Gabriel with me. So, welcome, Miguel.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm really excited to talk with you. I'm a pawpaw, so I've got five grandkids. They're big Puss in Boot fans. So when I told them that you were the little boy, they were pretty excited about me talking to you today.
That's pretty cool. That's nice.
Yeah, you did a good job with that. I mean, that's a big movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So Miguel, let's start this way. Tell me a little bit. You're still fairly young. You're just getting started, but tell me, what got you into acting? Why'd you want to become an actor?
I got into acting because when I was very little, I had a speech impediment where I couldn't speak my words clearly. So
Yeah.
we went to a speech therapist and she suggested some theater that would help me overcome this. So I did, and it did, help me overcome the speech impediment. And then after a few theater classes, one day this teacher saw some talent in me and went over to my mom and said, "Hey, he shouldn't be wasting his talent. He's amazing. He should be an actor. Here's my card to my agent and just go over there and talk to them." And then we went there, and then um after a few auditions, I did two commercials, one TV miniseries, and then Puss in Boots, and now camera. And the reason why I wanted to be an actor is mainly because I love movies and I always want to be in the movies and make movies. I thought it was always so like something so magical about like movies and how it works and all that stuff. And besides, I have these talents that are basically they're good for, acting and in the
Right.
movie. So yeah.
Well, and I understand you sing a little bit. You're a dancer, right? Yes,
Correct.
I mean all of that kind of lends itself to acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, not too bad. I'm guessing that uh, your mother was pretty excited when she got told that you were wasting your talent. You needed to be an actor. What's if you're watching a movie? What kind of movie do you like? What's your genre?
I like all genres, but if I
Mhm.
had to pick one, it would be sci-fi. I mean, there's just so many good ones like Alien, Star Wars, um, let's see, got Passengers, and you got
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy, you got um Jurassic Park, which is part sci-fi.
yeah, that's
I
right.
also like Adventure, which is also Jurassic Park is an adventure movie.
Have you seen the new Alien? Yeah, I haven't
Not
either, but I think I'm going to go tomorrow to check it out.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
That's what I heard. I went and they showed the original, for the original Alien at the theaters earlier in the summer, and I went to see it. I hadn't seen it in several years. Still
Wow.
just as good. Still just as good. So I'm excited to go see the new one. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Sci-fi is kind of that's my genre too. You can kind of tell, but that's my preference too. What would you say if they came to you and wanted to put you in, say, a Marvel movie?
Hmm.
Would you like to have a superpower?
Mm, actually, I wouldn't. Actually, I would like to be in a Marvel movie if it's good.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's right. It has to be a good one. Well, maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe you could join the Guardians.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Or maybe the Young Avengers.
Oh, I'm still hoping that's coming. I think it is because they keep bringing the younger stars on. You'd fit right in there.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because did I read that you do a little bit of martial arts as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go, Avengers or Guardians.
Yeah.
Either one, you could do Young Avengers. Are you a comic book fan?
Normally don't read a lot of comics.
Hmm.
I don't read comics because but I am a um medium fan of comic book
Yeah.
movies because there are some good ones out there like um Spider-Man. I love
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like the original slate that they put out,
Yeah.
but they've struggled a little bit here the last few years. But that original group, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So you mentioned the speech impediment. When I was younger, I couldn't say my L's, so I went to some speech therapy to kind of address that, and they put me in a class where everybody else in there couldn't say their S's, but they were all missing their front teeth. So I was like, well, I don't know if that counts as an issue because as soon as their teeth come in, they're going to be able to say their S's. But I couldn't. I could say my S's. It was the L's that gave me trouble. Did you have trouble with certain letters?
It was more like I had like a trouble like speaking certain words like when like obviously when I was younger this like anytime like I'm saying a word it kind of gets muffled like let's say
Yeah.
for example I say the word todo todo you see you couldn't hear like I wasn't speaking very like clearly it was like more like muffled or whatever.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I've got my oldest granddaughter. She had some trouble with it's similar where it just sounded muffled, and we figured out that she was having some trouble hearing. So her ears were clogged. They fixed that issue, and she's kind of catching up now. So her speech has gotten much better, but she just wasn't hearing the words clearly. But when she spoke, that's what it kind of sounded like. It was kind of muffled. So I get that. I get that, and good for you for working on it and getting past it to the point that now you're out there acting. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good. Talk to me a little bit about Puss in Boots. So you've got the new movie coming out. We'll get to that, but talk to me a little bit about Puss in Boots. You know, did someone reach out to you, or did you have to audition? You know, how'd that role come about?
So I did have to audition and so basically we were on vacation um and I had the Puss in Boots audition and it was just I was doing the role of boy who gets captured by a giant. I thought, okay, this is gonna be easy. I'll just do it quickly. And then we did it in a bathroom. I did it in a bathroom that was like echoey. And then once I sent it in after like a few weeks, like I think or a few months or something, like I booked it and they were and when we asked them like how why did you choose me? And he said, oh, because the sound was really good. So we decided to bring you in. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was
So do
funny.
you do all your auditions in the bathroom now? You know, that is a good point, especially when you're taping. You have to have good sound because it's so anything like an air conditioner, anything can throw the sound off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty great. What was the response with like your friends when you told them you were in the movie?
They were they were pretty excited that was in a DreamWorks movie. And then when they saw the movie, they were like, oh my gosh, that was like they were like blown away how good it was that
Yeah.
they were just like impressed that I was in a good movie, and to hear that, got nominated for an award, it was like even more shocking and impressed, like, what the what the heck?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you get to do like a red carpet or a premiere or anything like that for the movie?
Uh I- I'm not sure if there was a premiere. I wasn't invited.
Well, that's not right. I'm gonna make some phone calls. We'll fix that. I can't remember exactly when that one came out. It may have been around, the 2020 stuff we are going with. There may not have been a premiere.
I think it came out in like Oh, it came out December 2022. It was up against Avatar, I think.
Oh yeah, no pressure there. Did you go see Avatar?
I saw Avatar and Puss in Boots, yeah.
Yeah. They're both really good. That's one really good part about being a grandfather is I get to watch all the cartoons I want, which I love, but I can pretend like I'm watching them because of the kids.
Yeah. And fun fact, the Avatar, James Cameron, the first one came out in 2009, and I was born the year 2009. So it's like, um, so when all the Avatar films come out, I think it'll be like probably my 20s when Avatar 5th comes out or something.
You're aging with
Yeah,
Avatar.
I'm aging with the Avatar films. It's like, oh gosh.
How old were you when you saw the first one?
Oh, the first Avatar?
Yeah.
I was a pretty much a newborn baby.
Yeah, you were little.
Yeah, so even if I did watch, I wouldn't have any memories. But I
No.
did watch the second one, and I thought it was good,
Yeah, I
especially
thought it
the.
was pretty good. I mean, the effects are amazing for for an animated feature. Pretty incredible, but that's probably why it took so long to get the second one out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So,
and
okay, so oh, by the way, I remember you in How to Get Away with Murder. You were in one of those episodes. That was a show me and my wife watched. So, you had a little part in that. Thought it was pretty good. That was pretty good. You were Hector, maybe?
yeah, I was Hector.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. So the new movie is called Camera. So tell me a little bit about this one. What is Camera about?
Camera is about Oscar, who is a mute boy, with a mom who with a widower mom, with his mom, and they move into a new town, and they try to fit in with the new people, and Oscar, deals with challenges like bullying and trying to fit in,
Yeah.
and he befriends a repairman and photographer named Eric, and they form an unlikely friendship together.
Is that Beau Bridges?
Beau Bridges.
Did you know who Beau Bridges was before the movie?
To be honest, not really.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
he's an older actor, but I mean, he's he's pretty legit. He's big time.
yeah, and yeah, he actually is. I mean, I did seem I when I booked this movie and when I saw that I was working with Bo, I decided, okay, I'll see what films he was in, and I decided to. I was like, I watched some of his films. I'm like, oh, okay, he's a big deal. Okay,
Yeah, he's a good actor. And he's been doing this, well, probably since he was not too much older than you are. Here in 50 years, you'll be talking about being in a movie with some other young actor, and you'll be the old actor.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Uh,
Was it difficult getting into the role, or was it pretty natural for you?
Part of it was natural and part of it was difficult. Something I learned on filmmaking from the director is that less is more when it comes to acting, especially with this with playing my character Oscar, because I didn't want it to like over exaggerate my expressions to the point where
Right.
it didn't want it to be too like sappy. It had to be authentic and genuine, and the reason why I say it was natural for me to be this role is because like I used some of my own experience when I
Yep.
was younger, and I used that to hone in the character of Oscar. But also, I had some help with my acting coach, Aubrey Miller, who's also an actress, and she helped me get this role too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. But did you just work with her on the film, or do you work with her, in addition to the film?
Um, any, she's my acting coach, so anytime
Anytime you get a
um,
role, I'm
I
guessing.
yeah, anytime I get a role, whether it's book, callback, or just an audition, she helps me with it.
Have you had to do any auditions in person, or are they all on tape now?
Before COVID, it was in person, but now it's on tape.
But do you have a preference?
I missed it being in person, actually. Even
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'm kind of torn. Not that I could be an actor, I couldn't. But if I was there, I'd like the control that you have if you're doing it yourself. But if you're in the room and you kind of audition and they don't like it, they can direct you and give you another chance. Where if you're sending the tape in, it's if they look at it and they don't like it, they're just going to move on. So I'm a little torn with that, but I could see if you're comfortable being in person, where that'd be the better choice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So, what was it like on set with Beau?
He is just a wonderful person to work with a fun personality. I mean, he makes so many jokes that make me laugh. I mean, there is a joke in the movie where he says, "This is the most important thing. Never, never pick your nose in public." And he chuckled a little bit. I mean, and we were rolling. I didn't want to chuckle because like we were recording and I didn't want to break character, but he made me.
He probably did that on purpose. No, I would think that he's such an experienced actor that it he's probably very comfortable on set, so he'd be a good person to learn from, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Was
learned
there
a
was there anything on this movie that was new to you? Anything you had to do that was different from things you had done before?
Uh, yes, yes. First of all, I didn't know you would be um what's the word? You would actually it would be better if I explain this. So like anytime I'm on set, whether we're doing a scene that involves like pouring some water on my face for the bullying scene, someone comes in to give me a blanket, someone comes in to dry my hair, the makeup department, everybody just like coming, at me and like, ooh, and getting productive and all that stuff, like, oh, this is nice. And then like, but then like then my mom like saw all of that and she came up to me like, Miguel, just letting you know when we get back home, it's not gonna be like this. You still gotta have to do your chores. And I'm like, okay, I know. Just enjoying it while it lasts.
Well, that's a mother's role. She's got to make sure you don't get spoiled.
And I appreciate that.
Is it difficult? I'm assuming you're still in school while you're acting, or maybe are you homeschooling? How are you
Um,
handling that?
it's online school.
Yeah. Yeah. We all got kind of used to working online after the pandemic, so not that big a deal. But is it difficult fitting in the schoolwork when you're on a set, or do you kind of pause it until you're done filming and then go back to it?
I try to finish my homework ahead of time, and we have a schedule where like on this day or sorry, on this time, he will work on do schoolwork for like an hour or so, and then he'll get back to filming, and then I get back to filming. We have like a a tutor on set to help me with that, to do my schoolwork, but also to manage the time with school and filming the movie.
Yeah, yeah, that's one thing I think with younger actors, it's not easy because you've got that added, responsibility of school. You're still kind of learning, getting yourself established, and as you get, of course, there'll be new responsibilities that step in when you get older, but that's uh, that's commendable that you're able to handle both. That's not easy. There was a show called Me. I think you had a little role in, right? You were Lucas. What was Me about? That's one I haven't seen.
Me is about a group of I'm trying to think. One, two, three. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's about a group. It's about a group of six students.
Yeah,
Um, who um who have their own struggles, and they go into this sort of like uh a house that seems or cabin seems to be abandoned, but turns out there's there's a a famous actress who was missing um back in the day, and they found her, and then they like it's basically some sort of like mystery show.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize it was a mystery. I might like that. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't yeah, that's is it is the setting like modern times, or is it a period piece? Does it take place in a different decade, or is it now?
It's modern times with the clothes that the students wear.
Yeah, yeah.
And my fun fact, my acting coach Aubrey Miller wrote the wrote the show.
Oh, really? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And she didn't have to go very far to find you.
I met Aubrey through like models talent agency, and
Yeah.
that's where the acting teacher who said to my mom that, hey, he should be an actor, he gave my mom the part, and that's where we went there. And then since she was in Aubrey Miller, she was in Just Add Magic, and I was a fan of Just Add Magic when
Yeah.
I was younger, still am, of course. And when I was so I was in line to, like, audition and what, or just like to be in part of the acting class in Models Inc. And then when I saw all the Just Add Magic pictures, like with her in it, I'm like, oh, look at that. And then I was gaining my height. I turned my head to the right. I'm like, catch up. Oh my gosh. Because she was like the first celebrity I've ever met. So like it was like a huge deal. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's part of the reason I couldn't act, because I'm such a fan. I'd have trouble just being professional on set. I'd drive people. I'd probably drive you crazy on set.
no, you wouldn't. You seem fun. You seem fun.
Do you well, I appreciate that. Do you have someone that you're dying to work with, or is there an actor out there that you're a fan of that you'd really like to do something with?
Yes, an actor and a director.
Yeah.
So for actors, I really want to meet either Chris Pratt or
Ooh.
Glenn Powell. They seem like fun,
Glenn
humble dude.
Powell is on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, I liked him in Twisters.
Yeah,
And
had you seen the original Twister?
no, not yet, not yet.
That's a good one, but I really like the new one. And he was good, and he was in Top Gun too, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we hadn't heard of Glenn Powell, and I'm sure he'd been out there, working
Oh,
hard, and then all
he
of a
was
sudden
in,
he's in everything.
yeah, he was in actually in Spy Kids, the third one, I believe. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. My kids were big Spy Kids fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those started, like, the first one came out when they were fairly young, but they were growing up, so they were big fans of that one. And yeah, you're right. I've seen those 100 times. So yes, he definitely was. So who's the director?
Oh right, the director. That's a hard one. There's so many good directors out there. Let's
There
see.
really is.
Either probably, I think Steven Spielberg. I would like to meet Steven Spielberg or work
He
with
does
Steven
so
Spielberg.
good with the like the kid centric adventure movies, or teenage centric,
Yeah.
the 80s films and stuff. He's so good at those. Yeah. Yeah, you'd be good in that. Do you have a favorite Spielberg movie?
Yes, Jurassic Park.
Oh, I should have known that. You mentioned that earlier. That's like the sequels are really good, but that first one for me is the best.
It is.
With the Tyrannosaurus, the walking that shakes the water and stuff. I just love that movie. That was really good. That was really good. And and Chris Pratt's been the star in the last couple,
Oh,
right? Is that right, Chris? Yeah. Yeah, he's been in the last couple of Jurassics, he's been in them. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Is
okay.
there is there a genre that you haven't done that you would like to do?
Hmm. See, I've done mystery. I've done drama.
I
I
know. Now that I know it was a mystery, I got to go back and look that up.
think Um, mm,
What about comedy?
nah, I
No,
mean,
no.
I mean, I have I mean, actually, you know what? That would not be bad. My family and friends do laugh at my humor, even if it's not on like intentional. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, happens naturally. But I think I would like to be either in an adventure movie or a sci-fi movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said, I think, about getting to do, acting, but actually being something really kind of cool. Of course, with sci-fi stuff, a lot of times you're acting in just a kind of like up against a green screen or an empty space, and you don't really know what it's going to turn out to be, but then it turns out amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not terrible. What was there a day on set for camera that kind of stands out? Did you have a favorite day, or maybe a day that things didn't go well, that it stands out for a negative reason?
My favorite day on set of camera. There's a couple of good ones. When we started doing my crying scenes.
Yeah.
So on the first day, or no, sorry, not first day, when we were first doing the first crying scene, I had to get prepared, get all my resources, think of anything that makes me cry. And then when we started rolling, I started doing the crying, tears and all that stuff. And then, but what's really cool about that day is that before they were gonna take the people, the crew, they were gonna take their phones out and film this. But when they started rolling, I started crying. They were just like, they were just like so enraptured into the scene, they just didn't record anything.
Well, that had to make you feel good, because that's
It,
not easy to cry on demand.
I
Did
know.
you just think sad thoughts, or how did you get there?
Yes, I did think sad thoughts, but I was kind of like, you see, like here's the thing, like when you're doing the crying scene, like everybody's like looking at you, so you're
Right.
worried that you'd be like too, and like um like you're not gonna cry because everybody's looking at you, but I just like decided to like, okay, nope, gonna ignore that, just gonna focus on me crying, and it worked out great. So
I mean, there's actors that have been doing it for years that have trouble crying on command. That's difficult. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially at a young age. I think that'd be like, I remember being a teenager. I spent most of my time trying not to cry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Do you have any siblings?
I do.
Do they act as well?
Mm-mm.
Well, what do they think about you being an actor?
They are really proud of what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
making sure I don't go um full Hollywood, if you know what I mean. Like, don't get lost, don't lose yourself, Miguel. I'm watching you.
Yeah. Well, that's just good sibling behavior. They're looking out for you.
Yeah, and I
They don't want
appreciate
you coming home with that big head.
it. Yeah, yeah.
If you weren't acting, what career would you be working to go into?
I would like to be a director,
Mhm.
writer, but if we're talking about like not in the film industry, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, the fact that I cannot think of anything film
Yeah, that
related,
probably means you're
yeah, it probably
in the
means I
right
was meant
business.
to be in, like the film industry because, like, I think it's like probably like the only thing I only think about and the only thing I'm like interested in
Yeah.
terms of like, because like it's kind of cool.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty great. Do you write now?
Um, I get movie ideas.
Yeah.
I come up with movie ideas and uh I'm starting to write them and they're still in development, but when I'm probably older, I will like, polish them and, make turn them into movies one day.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of that's the dream, right? Is to create something of your own. And well, if you write something that gets picked up for a movie or a TV show, whatever it is, will you put yourself in it, or are you satisfied just with writing it?
I think I would be satisfied just writing and directing it because,
Yeah,
like, I don't know how that. I don't know. I honestly like respect to those like filmmakers or who like who are in their movies but also direct and write. It's like a
yeah,
they're like you
that's
like they have
hard.
it's like they make sure they're trying to get their shot and then they go over here and then they're like, okay, I'm acting, and oh, see, was that good? It's like
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, directing, that's a tough job. It'd be really difficult if you were also acting in it, especially if you were like the star. Like maybe if you just had a little role, that wouldn't be too bad. But if you're the star and you're the director, yeah, you're not getting much sleep during that.
yeah,
So Camera, I think, is out now. Is that right?
yep.
Where can we see it?
You can watch it on Prime Video
Yeah.
and Apple TV Plus.
And it's pretty family friendly, right?
Yes, family friendly.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. We we're in that August is one of those months where a lot of the family has birthdays, so we're together a lot as a group. And I think that's going to be one of our birthday activities. Is
Okay.
once the party's kind of winding down, then we're going to watch Camera and
Oh,
check
great, good.
check that out. Yeah, I'll try to take you some pictures and
Oh, okay.
with that.
Okay.
Especially, I can tell you right now, chances are if you're crying on screen, I'm going to be crying in my living
Yeah,
room.
bring your tissues. Bring
Yeah,
everybody
I
tissues.
cry at everything, so I'm big baby, so I'll be boohooing. So if I send you pictures, ignore how terrible I'm going to
Okay.
look. Have
Yeah.
you got to like? Did you go see Puss in Boots on the screen? Have you got
Yeah.
to see yourself up on the screen? I guess Puss in Boots, you're just hearing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's that like?
Kind of weird, but also kind of mind blowing if you think about it. Like I was like shooting, or sorry, I mean recording my lines. I think because he's just maybe like probably about like so I'm 15, so it's like uh, probably like 12. So
Yeah.
like the fact that I see 12-year-old like my 12-year-old voice in that movie is like gonna be there forever. I'm like when I heard my voice, I'm like, is that me? Is
That
it?
is kind of cool. Yeah, because you're right. Because you've, I mean, in 3 years from 12 to 15 is a long time. Because you've probably changed quite a bit since you actually filmed the movie. That Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That's pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're in a movie, do you like go to the do you go to the theater and just kind of accidentally wander down next to the screen when you're on screen so people can kind of figure out that you. So that's something I do.
I think I would do that. I mean, well, we did like a watch party screening where where all my family and friends watched Camera on the big screen, and they were like, "I know him. He's right here." Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, Miguel, thank you for taking a little bit of time. I
Yeah.
I, I know you're just getting started, but I'm a big fan. I think you're really talented. Can't wait to see what you got next, especially when you get the sci-fi movie. I'm in for that.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks
So,
for the good questions.
yeah, of course. Couple little things before we wrap up. Camera's out now. Is there anything else that you're working on that we can kind of keep an eye out for?
You'll see it at the movie theater.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That's kind of exciting. Is it so you're talking it's in a like a preview?
Well, um, when you see my name or my face on the screen, that's how you know. That's my
Okay.
next.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for it. I'll keep an eye out for it. Are you on social media?
Yes.
Where can we find you on
Instagram and Twitter.
Is it just your name?
Official Miguel Gabriel.
Oh, official. Very nice. That's classy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, telling everybody, hey, this is my official. This is ain't no fan or counter or spam. Just
Well, that's when you know you've made it. When you start getting the fake accounts made of you, then you're like, now I've made it. When they're imitating you, that's pretty good. It's a nuisance, but it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, Miguel, you got to come back. Let's do this again when you have the
yeah,
next one come out.
yeah. This was fun.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what you've got coming up. I think you're really talented. I hope we get to see you do some like action scenes, do some
Yeah,
martial arts moves, that type of thing on screen. That'd be
yeah. Or maybe like or maybe being a horror movie, but like the type of horror movies like Alien or
oh.
Halloween. Cause like I want to know what my horror scream would be like. Cause like how you said like you were holding in like your tears when you're a
Yeah,
teenager. I have like never screamed in like my entire like life.
really,
No.
like a real screen, not just
Yep. Like
like a
a real
yell.
scream, like a scared scream. It's like
Yeah.
no. Like
Well, now I kind of want to see that.
me too. It's like
What if you're in a horror movie, but you're the villain? You're the bad guy, because nobody suspect that.
that. I think I would be really excited to play as a villain.
Yeah, I mean,
And
because nobody would expect it.
have fun with that. I would have fun with that actually.
I think you would. Like, what if you're in a movie and you're playing a character that's just normal in the movie? You're somebody's son or whatever it is, and so nobody really suspects you. But then that's the twist: is you're actually the bad guy. I'd watch that as long as it's not too scary. I'm a chicken. Can't do too scary.
Same here. I'm also a chicken when it comes to like scary, like the boogeyman or uh shoot, what was it? Oh, the Pennywise.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah.
Although we want you to be scared because we got to hear the scream.
Although it has to be like a villain, like either like like a villain that's like intimidating, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
you see those like popular villains like the Marvel villains or the Star Wars villains or Austin Butler's villain as Fade Routha in Dune.
Oh, he was so good in that.
He was.
Yeah, I was. I haven't seen like I've seen him in a lot of things, and none of them are bad. He's always good.
Yeah, he's like the one of those he's like the definition of like movie star power. Like you see
Yeah,
him in a movie, people will flock to go to see it because of
yeah,
how good
you're
he
right because he's kind of like an old time movie star.
like
You know,
Tom Cruise or
because
something.
he's got the looks and he can do action, he can do drama. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I don't know if you saw Masters of the Air on Apple. It's like a World War II
Yeah.
movie where he's a pilot, but he was really
Oh,
good in that. Yeah, it's a series, but it's like a mini series.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Well, Miguel, open invitation. When you get the next thing coming out, reach out and we'll get you back on.
All right. I will. We will. Yeah.
Yeah, this was great. Hold on one second. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed that one, Miguel Gabriel, or Gabriel. Just terrific. The movie is Camera. It's out now. Stars Miguel and Beau Bridges. I mean, Beau Bridges. Come on, that's uh, that's that's pretty amazing for your first big on-screen role. I mean, he voiced Puss in Boots, which was a huge movie, but he's actually there in person on the camera. That's pretty great. And he brought it up. I meant to ask him, but he brought it up that he was 12 when it filmed. He's 15 now, I talk to actors a lot about that gap, that the length of time it takes for something to come out, and do they get anxious, or are they do they just kind of move on and forget about it after they're done because it takes so long for stuff to come out? But if you're a teenager, I mean, you change so much year to year, and it's been 3 years. So I don't know. I think that's kind of neat. It'd be really cool to see yourself at a younger age. But it would be difficult, I think, to relate to too, because you change so much, as you age as a teenager. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Hope you did as well. Miguel's terrific. I think we hit everything that he's done. I got a feeling he's a pretty good dancer. I don't know. I got a feeling. Probably good singer too. I didn't ask. I should have. So shame on me. But I'm guessing he's done a little bit of theater work, and I could totally see him working on stage in a musical. I totally think he'd be comfortable with that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again with us. Definitely don't take you for granted. So happy that you're here. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please just subscribe. Really helps us out. It's free. Our website is meistercon.com. Today we put out episode 827. You can find all of those audio and video versions on the website, meistercon.com. It'll also let you know if we're doing anything in studio, like watching camera, or if we're going on location covering a convention. Anything we have going on, be on the website, meistercon.com. So definitely check us out there. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, they named us a top 100 podcast. I might disagree with that, but we're very honored. There's 15 million podcasts out there. To be on anybody's top 100 list is just amazing. Just amazing. If you go to imdb.com, look up the Two Opinionated podcast, it'll list all of those terrific guests that we've had on the show. I think we're closing in on like 1,000 guests. So definitely check us out on imdb.com. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Bye, everybody.